Hey guys, it's Mrs. Cutting here, and this is part 3 of the Lesson 6 video. So we're on page 34, number 4. For each problem, decide which unit rate from the previous situations you prefer to use. Next, solve the problem and show your thinking. So, for A, we're going back to number 1. For B, we're going back to number 2, and for C, we're going back to number 3. And you're deciding which unit rate is more useful, and then using that unit rate to solve the problem. So, please pause me and solve these 3 problems with your partner, and then come on back. All right, welcome back. If Lynn wants to make extra cheesecake filling, how much cream cheese will she need to mix with 35 ounces of sugar? So I know how much sugar, so I want to use the unit rate that tells me how much per ounce of sugar, which was this first one. It was A. So 0.8 of an ounce of cream cheese per ounce of sugar. So that was unit rate A, and now I can just plug it in. 0.8 times 35 ounces gives me 28. So then how many weeks will it take Mai's family to finish 3 gallons of milk? So here I want per gallon. So 0.6 weeks per gallon, that's the one I want. So that was B this time. And, sorry, my book is not sitting very well. So that's 0.6 times 3 gallons. Sorry, there should be a little multiplication symbol in there. 0.6 times 3 gallons, which gives me 1.8. So it takes 1.8 weeks to finish 3 gallons. And then how much would all 1,000 raffle tickets cost? Well, here I want the $4 per ticket. So that was my unit rate for A, and that's 4 times 1,000. These parentheses really don't mean anything, it's just to avoid confusion. And that's $4,000. That's a lot for raffle tickets. Okay, your part of the equation for this section is 62. And the last thing we're going to do is the lesson 6 summary. So this is page 35. Suppose a farm lets you pick 2 pounds of blueberries for $5. We can say we can get 2/5 of a pound of blueberries per dollar, and the blueberries cost $5/2 per pound. So they just gave us both of those unit rates. Sometimes we write it as a fraction. We don't have to. This could also say for the 5/2, it could say that this is 2.5, and for the 2/5, it could say that it's 0.4. All right, the cost per pound and the number of pounds per dollar are the 2 unit rates for this situation. So we can find 2 different unit rates. We can figure out how much it costs for 1 pound or how many pounds for $1. A unit rate tells us how much of one quantity for one of the other quantity. Each of these numbers is useful in the right situation. So if we want to find out how much 8 pounds of blueberries will cost, it helps us to know how much 1 pound is, because then we just multiply by 8. If we want to know how many pounds we can buy for $10, then it's helpful to know how many pounds we can buy for $1. So if we have the information of $10, we want to use the unit rate that gives us $1, because then we're just multiplying that by 10. Which unit rate is most useful depends on what question we want to answer, so be ready to find either one. Okay, and the last part of your equation here is an equal sign. So if you did all 3 of these videos and wrote down that entire equation, you are going to plug it into your calculator, hit that equal sign. And your homework tonight is page 36, numbers 1 and 2. And somewhere up here, you're just going to put what that magic number was. All right. That was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. And I will see you all tomorrow.